Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Solana Sol. So right now we are seeing about a 10% increase in Solana in just the last 24 hours, continuing to push up as a lot of people are, thinking that last push could have maybe been the all-time high push, and we may be done from there. So $216.47, right around that mark, September 8th at 10 p.m. was our all-time high. I do think we are going to make another all-time high push here in just the next couple of weeks. We do see the trading activity right now at 72% buy, 28% sell, as the market is kind of struggling today with about a 0.07% decrease in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin's not moved much. We are still below this $46,000 range, and still having a lot of people, really curious about where we're going next. I do believe we are still in that bull market part 2 run. I think there's not much FUD still coming to the space, not near as much as the last time we had multiple dips or multiple drops or crashes in a row. I think Solana, like I said, is going to do very, very well throughout this bull market. If we take a look at the last week, we're seeing about a 27.98% increase, and that's with the massive dip that we had, or massive crash that we had. So you can see here from $184 all the way down to $134, right on back up to $188. Obviously, this took place right when all the exchanges kind of went down at the same time, of course, so people were not able to take advantage of this dip as quickly as they would have liked to. So that kind of prevented this from being a smaller dip than it was here. But if we look back at the last month, we were seeing a 361.62% increase. So Solana, like I said, up to $187.60 right now. The market cap at $54 billion. The volume in the last 24 hours at $7 billion. This is going to continue to gain popularity as it grows. People are excited about this popularity being number 5. The trading, right now the activity is looking very, very solid for Solana. 72% buying, 28% selling. And if we actually take a look at the market cap of coins going into the crypto space, we can see Solana is right behind USDT, BNB, Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So not too far out of pushing its way past USDT, also Binance BNB. So I'm excited to see if Solana will make that push to the number 4 slot before the end of this year. If we actually take a look, though, at a couple more things as we jump through, I do want to jump into a couple different tweets. So the first tweet going to be this by Saber HQ. So you can actually see the 0 through 1 billion in 3 months, 1 billion to 2 billion in 3 days, and 2 billion to 3 billion in 2 days. So just massive growth on the Solana network, and you're starting to see a lot of people excited about this. I do want to jump into a couple more tweets. This one's a long thread. Before I jump into this thread and talk about what this means for Solana, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on to stay up to date with all these altcoins, whether it's Cardano, Chainlink, Polkadot, Solana, or anything else involving, like I said, crypto. So thank you guys again for tuning in if you have not already. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter, CryptoProfitYT. Going to be all linked in the description down below. So a long thread on the rapid growth of USDC on Solana and why it matters in the future of payments, banking, and capital markets. First, in just a week, USDC on Solana jumped from $1 billion to $2 billion in circulation. That's a massive jump. So over a year ago, we embarked on really an effort to introduce multi-chain USDC, forming partnerships with a number of important emerging chains. One of the first was Solana, where we were excited about the scale, speed, and cost efficiency of the chain and what it could bring to USDC. So we're not going to jump into all of this, but there is a lot more that really goes into play with this thread. They talk about really the big, really big jump, like I said, with Solana USDC in millions, and why this could be absolutely huge, and this growth could continue to grow at in a really exponential rate. If we jump into this thread, this one's another great thread. So Crypto Noodles, story time, friends. You've probably heard of the Soul FUD FOMO from ETH Maxis. Let me tell you how being an ETH Maxi cost me a big opportunity. Let's time travel to the first Solana Hackathon. So before we get started, I've told you guys before, and I'll tell you guys again, never be focused on just one coin. So never be a fanboy or a fangirl of one coin. You never want to just focus, like I said. So, if VeChain ends up being a terrible, investment tomorrow, you should probably leave it. You shouldn't be just focused on one coin. No matter what they do, you're happy about it. No matter what goes on, you're happy about it. Whether they have done nothing in the last year, nothing in the last 2 years, you're sticking on it and you're telling everyone to buy it. That's not how you make money. That's not how you grow in your investments. Obviously, there's going to be some scenarios where you're going to have to wait a little bit, be patient. But, a lot of people, I see this a lot, BTC and ETH Maxis, they don't understand a lot of these other crypto projects, and that's exactly what you're seeing with here. Noodles being in ETH Maxi didn't really take the advantage on Sol. So on October 9th of last year, SBF FTX. So by the way, if you didn't know, that's CEO of FTX official, posted this tweet. He said, basically, make a fantasy sports app on Sol and I'll invest. The first ever Solana Hackathon was a month away, actually, and I knew Rust, so nothing about Solana, and I thought, let's accept the challenge. So this is what you're seeing with Noodles. For the unaware, Solana hackathons are a big deal. The best VCs, the best founders, the best builders, and some rando celebrities too. So my team and I set out to learn Rust, learn Solana, and build a fully functioning fantasy sports app in 1 month. We compiled our learnings as ETH developers building on Sol here, and Sol is fast and cheap, and Rust is pretty darn good too. The only criticism, Sol didn't have many validators. That was short-lived because now there are a ton of Sol validators. So obviously Sol making big things happen. I'm not going to read through all of this because we'd be here for a little bit too long, but realistically, he's talking about the idea of, Sol is a great opportunity for a lot of people. If we actually back it up to, you can see, as we go one more back, I think we have a quoted tweet here. So, yeah, so Solana actually retweeted, I guess quote tweeted here, said they're a real big deal. The Solana's biggest hackathon yet, Ignition, is happening now. So basically saying, do not miss out on this opportunity like maybe Noodles may have in the, previously. So $5 million in prizes and seed funding, judges from Microsoft, A16Z, StandChart, Jump Trading, and more projects due October 8th. And, a lot of people obviously excited about this. I also have another tweet coming up here. We have the Solana Lighter is here virtually anyway. Sign up for the Ignition Hackathon by September 15th and submit a project by October 8th to be eligible for an NFT Lighter. So if you actually submit a project, you actually get the Ignition Hackathon NFT Lighter, which is kind of cool for people collecting NFTs, obviously. We also see more and more projects jumping on board. So here we have a DeFi Land raises $4.1 million to launch decentralized finance game on Solana. So a ton of people trying to jump on board with Solana as, here we see the DeFi Land raising that money to launch decentralized finance game on the Solana network as it continues to grow. I do want to talk about the end of the year and the end of the bull market part 2, price prediction wise, where we could see Solana continue to push up to. So in the last 24 hours, about an 8.59% increase all the way up to $188.12. So if we actually take a look, like I said, there's a lot of reasons to believe Solana is going to continue on this push up. I do think we're going to hit all-time highs before the end of the year. I'm thinking $250 by the end of the year at the very, very least. We could actually see more than that, but you guys know on this channel, I always try to stay in the really reasonable, realistic, conservative price range. By the end of the bull market part 2, I think realistically we could actually jump to $400 to $500 depending on how big this bull market runs. Obviously, with crypto mass adoption, all coins are going to go up substantially. Solana will not be left behind, in my opinion. So this is just my thoughts and my price predictions. Do remember, guys, to always do your own research before investing, as I'm not a financial advisor. I just want to give you guys my thoughts. And if you guys have not already, like I said previously, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. You can also follow me on Twitter at CryptoProfitYT. And then I do have a Patreon down below as well if you guys want to check that out for low market cap picks, pre-sales, ICOs, IDOs. I give you guys my market exclusives, my thoughts on the market, my trades. If you guys actually go for the gold level, you get to see my whole entire portfolio actually, which is pretty cool. And so let me know if you guys have any questions about that. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. I'll see you all in the next one.